So guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to upgrade or update your headlights from the old yellow style to the new LEDs on a Yamaha Vstar. I haven't seen any detailed videos on how to do this, and I really wish that the community or just people in general would make their videos in detail, so I'm making this video to help you guys out. What you're going to need, you can get this at AutoZone. It's called JB Weld. This is plastic to metal bonding, tan. You can pick up this LED plug-and play headlight for around 50 to 60 bucks on Amazon.com. I'll put a link to it in the description. A Phillips head screwdriver and a pair of gloves for when you use the JB Weld, because it is not good if you get that on your fingers. So I'm going to show you guys the disassembly of the old headlight. I've already kind of taken it apart, but I'm going to show you what it looks like in detail in case you took it apart and dropped a screw or something. And then we're going to go ahead and go through the process of building this custom light. So guys, the disassembly of the headlight on this Vstar, there's one Phillips head screw down here on the right side. There's another one on this side. That one's stuck, of course. So go ahead and set these two screws to the side. Now there's two very weird screws at the bottom of this light. To be honest with you guys, it's probably the weirdest thing I've ever worked on. But there's springs and clips on the back of these screws. They're located on the bottom portion of the light. Now, to mark this, you don't really have to mark it like with a marker or anything. Actually, I'm going to get a drill to take those out. Be very, very careful when taking out these bottom screws. Just go slowly. There's one. And two. So when you take these screws out, there's two springs that go on the bottom portion of them. After you do this portion, take these two screws out, wiggle this around a little bit, and then just pry this off. Now be very careful to not lose your screws or your springs. And this comes off just like this. So when you put these screws back on, actually I'll do that later in the video, but this is what you need to take off. When you originally take this off and it still has the bulb on there, you're going to have to disconnect it from here. And there's going to be a tension spring that holds it right here. Just going to take that off as well. Make sure you save these little plastic pieces. There should be two of those and two springs. Those plastic pieces go right here. But I'll show you how to reassemble those later on in the video. Also, make sure that you don't take this little spring out here. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like if that spring ends up coming out and how to put it back in as well. But let's go ahead and bring you guys over to the table and adhesive the new light into this old mount. So in the box that your new headlight comes in with, it comes with this. I highly suggest using this to set this on. And I'll make sure that the mounting points for the front are lined up like this on each side, as you guys can see. Just so that the light is even and not like off. So after you get it like this, place this on here like this. Try to center it as much as possible. Your new light says DOTSAE at the top. You're going to set that down in there like this, okay? And that's what your new headlight is going to look like. But in order to get this to stay in here, you're going to have to glue it down. This is a waterproof light. I'm going to be waterproofing the wiring for it as well. But this is where you put your gloves on and put JB Weld around this bottom rim. As you guys can see, I'm putting my gloves on. Safety first. I hate when JB Weld gets on your skin. It is so bad. But that's the life of being a mechanic, am I right? So, take this JB Weld. I normally like to just squirt it straight on stuff, but that's not the case here. So after you get it there like this, go ahead and mix it with the stick that's provided. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. And then just make a coating of it. Actually, it might be easier for me to just squirt it in. So try to make this as level as possible so that it doesn't run or leak. And then just go around the rim with a light coating of it. After you get a nice little layer going, take this stick, spread it around like this, okay? Just make sure every bit of metal on this circle is covered. Then you're going to take your new headlight, make sure you don't get any glue on this connection, and you're just going to try to set it down in there as straight as possible, just like this. Okay. And now that that's in there like that, and let that sit for about 15 minutes to dry, and we'll come right back. Alright guys, so now it's been 16 minutes since I've put the adhesive or the glue on. This is what the headlight looks like as a finished product. I did get some glue on the table, and I'm gonna go ahead and scrape that off. You don't want this stuff left in your work area, but let's get straight back into the installation of putting it back on. So guys, what I was saying with these long screws, again, there's no detailed video, but you put this in here like this, and in between here and here, the screw has to go, or the spring has to go onto the screw between the wall and this, like that. And then you take one of these little screw pieces, set it in here like this, okay, and then So this is what the lights look like when you turn them on. You have a low beam setting, high beam setting. Enjoy.